What's the wire with the politickers? Real Toon sat down with OG Gumby. They speaking on the bloggers in the city and how they've been blaming everything on the Hoovers. Flakko ran hot grease, Grove. He deemed Trey White 7 as the prime minister. God damn, I ain't feeling that at all. He trying to put the YN on them people radar or something. For whatever reasons, he didn't justify in this little African B2B koala head. He just don't give a damn. He trying to put a nigga up under the jail. We been seeing they using these blows in the courtrooms lately. Most recently, they used Trap Lord Ross videos. I believe it was in the Julio Fulio case. Flakko be doing private investigations. He ain't bringing you nothing on the surface. He don't care who he painting a bad light either. Gumby up there setting the record straight. Stop playing, Groove. He gonna take the next bird back to LAX and be a no-jumper pressing aftermath. He gonna have to release Flakko or something, or they gonna be Hoover stomping all along at him. I did a piece on Chipmunk. OG Gumby came through and said good looking. We won't forget you for this. I'ma always keep it clean and solid. YouTube streets a slippery slope. Some folks get aside theyself behind these mics and keyboards. My integrity remain the same, whether it's the YouTube streets or outside on the gravel. I ain't doing no detective work, homie. Gumby down there in Texas, bringing some order and infrastructure with him. Shit been dumb hot around the land, and the bloggers got a responsibility not to entice the violence. I believe I'll do my part. The numbers prove would draw the traffic in any space though. Majority of the time it's drama and nonsense. I try to keep a balance, report on music, and hit them with the life stories too. Some may agree, some may disagree. I know I keep it solid though. I ain't in nobody business or speaking on it if it ain't public knowledge. You can't make everybody happy though. I ain't in that business no way. Let's get into what Groove got to say.
Jail, you actually did time with Big U.
Yes, his name was Hannibal then.
Right. Big U's son was recently unalived.
Police say Jabari was shot and killed near Figueroa and 69th Street after he walked up to a vehicle and someone inside opened fire before driving off. Police say his father's gang ties are a major part of the investigation.
He was somewhere, I think, by a smoke shop. Somebody called him to his car and asked him who he was, and next thing you know, he was pronounced dead. Your community has been getting a lot of backlash from people like from the bloggers. I've seen it on the blog, and Hefe, don't care nothing what the checks say, Compton, Rick Rock. Just everybody in the Los Angeles community is steady bringing up your community. First off,
I'm trying to be. Look, we already talked about this off camera, so I'm trying to not do anything or say anything and saying that would be considered aggressive. But at this point, like, this shit is just stupid at this point. All of these different bloggers, I'm saying, like, everything that goes on in California and LA, the Hoovers don't do it, bro. Everything. I don't give a f what it is. When PNB rock, all the Hoovers, everybody. We like the California boogeyman. Anything that happened in this state, they blame on us, bro. Now, they reported, oh, well, he got killed in Hooverhood. That is not our set. That is not. Anybody that's familiar with gang culture and areas know that area is not our area. That area is actually called Pimp Central, right? This, what's the rap dude name? Sad, what's his name? Big Sad. That's where the liquor store that he did the video in front of, that's the same place. All the pimps hang out down there. Hoovers are not allowed there, first and foremost. So he didn't get killed in our set at all. Just because he got killed on Figueroa don't mean that was our set. Even though we got a nice little stretch of set a stretch of land that on Fig that do run through our community, that section right there is not ours.
62nd and Figueroa, I believe.
It was 69th in Figueroa. Now, for anybody that knows those areas, know that there's a lot of P and Hing going on. I learned that from my boy Ed Hefe. I'm trying to get media trained, you know what I mean? So, yeah, but that's what's going on in those areas, specifically in that area. And in that area, there are all the gangs that don't get along with Hoover. This is where the Crypt Utopia at. If you are a gang member and you want to be a P or you got some H's, I'm getting it, right? I mean, if that's what you're into and you're not a Hoover, you're welcome there. That's, what is it? They even got a little clique of pimps down there. You know what I'm saying? So he didn't get killed in Hoover Hood at all. And being the fact of surrounding the facts that he walked to the car before he was shot, that leads me to believe that he knew the persons or the people. Now, being that this individual, Big Huey, I'm saying I've heard of him, I'm saying a few homies, I'm saying my young nephews and shit, they know who he is, I'm saying he's somebody to be respected. So if someone would call you to the car in the middle of the night, you would only walk to that car if you knew who that person was. You on Figueroa. He wasn't a prostitute, so why would somebody call him to the car?
I'm not going to no car I don't know on Figueroa.
This is what I'm saying. This story
I might run on Figueroa. Hey, what, dude? They done caught me on feed.
Oh, wow. But see, this is what I'm trying to explain to you. The whole situation doesn't make any sense. Who was he with? I'm pretty sure this is Big U's son. He's not going anywhere unarmed. He's not going anywhere where, even if he was with a they trying to say he was with a broad, and the broad backdoored him, and et cetera, et cetera. I'm pretty sure he's well abreast of gang politics and gang area. So he wasn't went anywhere unarmed. So who was with him? Why would he walk to the car if he didn't know the people? So that leads me to believe that he was backdoored. And of course, they're going to blame it on the Hoovers. Anything that go bad in LA, the Hoovers did it. Why wouldn't you blame your enemy? Why wouldn't you? That's a great strategy. I believe my community probably have employed that situation in a few situations as well. But at the end of the day, what you have is, first off, the first thing out of the mouth is a lie. Let's just wait a few more days and see how it come out. Because see, what ended up happening is when he unfortunately lost his life, and understand something, yes, we are rivals, but I don't agree with anybody losing their life. You know what I'm saying? And my community, we're in a bitter war with the whole community, with every other community right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't agree with it, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, it's tit for tat. The shit ain't right, but it make us even. You know what I'm saying? Not saying about this situation, because like I said before, we didn't have anything to do with this situation. It don't even make sense. Why would he come to a car full of Hoovers? That's the dumbest shit ever. That's stupid. They called this man to the car. That means he knew who the person was walking to the car. He knew who that person was, who car was in the car. That only makes sense. Saying that to say, don't believe everything you hear these bloggers talk about. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to understand, everybody that's on these internets, Rick Rock, Compton Rick Rock, all these other people, they have influences, outside influences. They're not just independent reporters. Understand that. All these dudes have been from a hood, have gangbang, have some type of gangbang influence. And a lot of those influences are against my community. So you can't believe what these people are talking about. Like everybody, even Flakko. We don't even know what the he didn't even, we don't even know who this dude is. He didn't went in Sephora to name one of my nephews the prime minister. Like this goes back to you, Toon.
So you like the governor?
I'm like nothing, bro. I'm like none of that. But it goes back to you,
Governor
Toon.
Gumby.
Not at all, bro. It goes back to you, though. I be trying to explain to you. We all have some type of responsibility on this internet. You know what I'm saying? As of now, it's just willy-nilly. Everybody just doing whatever. You know what I'm saying? And that's not even fair to the people who, if you got a conclusion that somebody did something, why are you the person to put that conclusion out there? You're not getting paid for it in the detective realm. You know what I mean? Maybe it's good content, but you have to understand you're affecting everybody else's lives. And it goes back to my point with this situation and everybody blaming us for the unaliving of Big U's son, right? A couple of hours after that happened, you know, I guess this community or somebody community was upset. You know what I'm saying? We had a few different shootings in our community. You know what I'm saying? Nobody was unalive, thank God. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like, everybody got to be safe out here, man. I'm saying certain precautions that we all need to take, especially as black men, first and foremost. We all from different communities, and everybody community don't go together. You know what I'm saying? They don't mesh. You know what I'm saying? So whenever you feel you have to go to one of your ops, as they say, your ops communities, you have to take extra precaution. You know what I mean? And this situation was unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? As were, all the other tragic situations, you know what I'm saying? Africa, you know what I'm saying, all the other people that we lost in our community. You know what I'm saying? So this situation is kind of, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I can't really feel their pain. They didn't feel our pain. No matter who did it, who, you know what I mean? That's not the point. The point is that we also done lost, you know what I mean? And our community has been hurting for, you know what I'm saying, a little while right now. You know what I'm saying? So at the same time, I could feel empathy for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that that black men, I was raised in prison. You know what I'm saying? So it's a different outlook for me. You know what I mean? I don't see every black man as my enemy. I don't see that. You're only my enemy if you're my enemy. And that means you're doing something to hurt me or mine.
Y'all heard it there, man. Y'all think Flakko gonna get the message? Or Adam gonna have to take that Hoover stomping for him? Get groove. That's all you gonna hear. Twin two gonna ball up like a gum wrapper. I understand where Treyway 7 coming from now. Like, brother, how you gonna put me in the mix for some content? The Hoovers do get the blame for a gang of shit, I ain't gonna lie. Initially, it was you he got hitting the Hoovers. That's all I seen as people tied us. Then it was 'cause of Big U, and whatever other reasons folks could make up. Now, I've been seeing this backdoor narrative get pushed the hardest lately. Don't nobody know what went on for real but the participants involved. Let's be real. It's all speculation. What y'all think though? Political street views? No, fake news.